Master9351 here, and I have a theory for you guys. And I'm just going to go ahead and jump to what that theory is. Skylanders Ring of Heroes will not include any Skylanders that have not been seen in any Skylanders franchise before, i.e. all Skylanders in the game will be characters that have been in older Skylanders games. Com2uS will not be making any new Skylanders, and that is not only supported by the evidence that we have from the game beta, but also a few other things that exist outside of Ring of Heroes that support there not being any new Skylanders introduced, or characters for that matter introduced, in Skylanders Ring of Heroes. So I had originally intended to make a very similar video to this before the Ring of Heroes beta dropped and before we really knew all about Skylanders Ring of Heroes. I was planning on making this video way back in May, talking about how I was pretty sure Com2uS would not introduce any new Skylanders into Skylanders Ring of Heroes that had not been seen in any of the previous 6 Skylander games. Before you say, though, Portal Master, why on earth would they do that? Why would a mobile game, or anything not in the main Skylanders lineage of games, introduce any new Skylanders at all? That does not make a lot of sense. And I would say you'd be right, except there's one thing in Skylanders Academy where they actually did introduce a brand new Skylander that was not in any of the games, and that is this guy right here, Bad Breath. You may remember him from Skylanders Academy. He's not a terribly memorable character, but that being said, he is something that no one else in Skylanders Academy is. He is a brand new character not seen in any other Skylanders game. And that by itself, I think, warranted making a video talking about whether or not Skylanders Ring of Heroes would introduce new Skylanders or it would not. Now, there are a couple of issues with introducing new Skylanders into Ring of Heroes. The primary one is, at that point, what do you do if you ever bring back Skylanders on a console sense? So, barring the issue of Com2uS would have to make and design their own Skylanders that fit within Activision's original vision for Skylanders, that would be an issue in and of itself. Skylander design is probably one of the most sacred things in making a Skylanders game, that you've got to make sure that all the Skylanders fit into the world that they are designed for. So, not only would it be such a hassle for Com2uS to have to do all of that character design, but also there is a big problem if they ever decide to bring back the console games. And it's, how are they going to represent those characters in the console games? How does it fit in the actual Skylanders canon? Are those things Skylanders? And we've already got this issue with Bad Breath. I legitimately wonder, because of Skylanders Academy, why Bad Breath is not in a Skylanders game. Why did they feel the need to introduce him in Skylanders Academy? Could they not have just used Wrecking Ball? It seems odd to make these new Skylanders that are not in figure form. Skylanders, to me at least, every Skylander that exists should have a figure. And the fact that Bad Breath does not have a figure really kind of annoys me. It really annoys me that they felt the need to make a brand new original character that's not a Skylander. Bad Breath, to me, isn't a Skylander. But if you ask Eric Rogers, the showrunner for Skylanders Academy, I'm sure he says, oh, Bad Breath is definitely a Skylander. When, to me, to every other fan of the franchise, they aren't Skylanders. And Com2uS, I don't think, is going to go down this route of making new characters. Will I be upset if they make new characters? Not necessarily. I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, Com2uS, I can't believe you've done this. I won't be like that, right? But I will say that it would be a minor annoyance, and I honestly don't think they're going to do this because it's so much more work to create new Skylanders than it is to just use pre-existing ones. The biggest piece of evidence for this, though, in my opinion, is actually the light and dark variants of Skylanders that they are using in Ring of Heroes. We've had established dark variants of Skylanders before. That's a thing. But in all of these Skylander games, like the Dark Starter Packs is what I'm referring to, they are still their normal element. Dark Wildfire is still of the fire element. Dark Slobbertooth is still of the earth element. They're all of their host element. But in Ring of Heroes, that's not the case. And not only are there dark variants of Skylanders, there are also light variants of Skylanders. They actually posted this piece of artwork on their Facebook the other day, showing not only normal awakened Hex, but also light awakened Hex. And they mainly, in my opinion at least, added the light and dark Skylander variants because of the fact that there are fewer light and dark Skylanders of those elements than of any other elements. They added them to be filler characters because they did not want to put every single Skylander in the game at launch. They want to be able to add characters on later. And, in my opinion, part of the reason they did this, again, is because they don't want to make new characters. And by putting in variant characters, light and dark variant characters, it completely and totally eliminates the need to add brand new original characters into the game. Now, when I say they're not going to add new characters to the game, let me be clear. I'm talking about original characters. Characters that do not exist according to the original 6 Skylander console games. The sacred group of Skylanders from our console games. They're not going to make characters that are not in the console games. But I do know a lot of people were complaining that insert Skylander name here was not in Skylanders Ring of Heroes. I'm not saying they're not going to add new Skylanders at all. And as a matter of fact, I actually believe the opposite. I believe Skylanders Ring of Heroes, either upon final release or following its final release, will add in new Skylanders not in the beta version of the game. But again, that being said, the main purpose of this video is to talk about how original characters will not be created by Com2uS for the sake of going in Skylanders Ring of Heroes. And I stand by that statement and that belief that I've held since May, that there will not be new Skylanders in Ring of Heroes. And honestly, the beta by itself was probably enough to prove to most of you guys that Com2uS would not make new Skylanders for Ring of Heroes. But I know there's been speculation about whether or not there would be new characters in this mobile game, since back in February of 2017 when this game was initially revealed, and I know that that speculation still goes on in at least limited quantities even to today. So I wanted to make a video addressing this concept, and I think I've addressed it pretty well. There will probably not, I'm saying 90-95% sure, there will not be new Skylanders in Skylanders Ring of Heroes that do not exist in the original 6 Skylander games, and instead we will see variants such as Light Hex and some of the other light and dark variants that we could see in the beta. But that is just my opinion on this matter. What I'd be curious to know is your opinions on the matter, so tell me that down in the comments below. I'd really like to know what you guys think about this topic. Anyways though, this has been Portal Master 9351. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and shout out to all my patrons on Patreon, especially Liam Corner, The Collector Creepypasta, and Portal Power TV. That's all for now. See you guys next time.